So, yes, it is question and answer time with Sarsy. And I did get quite a few questions about exercise and motivation, which I will touch briefly on here, but I will answer most of those questions in private messages just because those videos on their own could be 10 minutes anyway. And if I do get more questions about this sort of stuff, since I'm the self-appointed exercise pixie, yes, pixie because I'm short in stature and also very flighty. I don't know. Anyway, so yes, I shall begin answering questions now. If you could travel anywhere in the world, where would you go and why? I'm going to say Japan, just because I think it could be good times. I haven't been to Japan yet, and I really like Japanese culture, language, all that sort of stuff. Have you ever gone somewhere that's supposed to be awesome and then it sucks? If so, where? I can't really think of anywhere that I've been to that's supposed to be awesome and then it sucks. Because really I get a lot out of traveling. Anywhere I go to is pretty fun. I know that's kind of a lame answer, but I've been to a lot of places so far. I've gone to Europe, several places in Europe. I haven't traveled much of the United States, and I would really like to travel more. But, yeah, lame answer. What brand running shoes do you have, and do you like them, or are you considering getting something else? Well, I have them right here. Preparation. These are my running shoes. They are New Balance 460s, and they are, well, I don't know if you can read that, but it says all terrain on them. They are good for the winter. They are good for rocky trails. They're good for gravel. I tend to turn over my ankle sometimes when I'm running or when I'm walking because I'm very klutzy. So these are pretty good shoes, and they have a lot of traction on them, which is good. Yeah, I like them a lot because of that, and also because they're very stable. I have flat feet, and I overpronate a lot, which you could read about in Wikipedia or whatever through a Google search. But yeah, I tend to need very stable shoes that will offer me a lot of support. People who are overweight usually overpronate, but yeah, you can read about that also on Google as well. Can you speak some other language other than English? Yes, I speak Spanish. I I can understand practically everything, and I can speak it almost fluently, although I do not choose to because I have sort of a phobia, I suppose. When I went to Spain for 4 months, I got really good at speaking out of necessity. But once I came back, I did not want to speak anymore. And I'll have conversations with people. They'll be speaking to me in rapid, fluent Spanish, and I'll answer them in English, which is kind of lame. But yeah, that's what I'm comfortable with. If I really have to, I'll speak in Spanish. Like if somebody needs something at a store and I see that they're trying and nobody's answering them, then I'll speak to them in Spanish or like on the street or whatever. And yeah, in the profession that I'm going to go into, which is nursing, it's going to be pretty practical for me to know Spanish. So I'm gonna have to get over that. If you could change one thing about yourself, what would it be? Um, I would like to change many things about myself, but one of the main things that I really, really wish I could change, and I'm trying to change right now, it's mostly an internal thing. I wish I could be more positive and more confident. So I'm trying this whole fake it until you make it sort of thing. So maybe that'll work in 2010 for me. How did I get my weight loss rolling? Um, I watched your video of you jogging in place. How effective was that for you? It's cold outside and I'm embarrassed to go running anyway, so I'm curious about this jogging in place indoors. I used to do this video. It was Susan Sansone or something like that, Walk Away the Pounds. I got pretty bored of that pretty quick. But sometimes I put my own music to it, and I found that I could do that. And basically, I did that when I was a lot heavier, and I felt like I didn't want to go outside and embarrass myself. However, I got over that, and I will encourage you, kind viewer, to get over that as well. I mean, look, you're gonna have to exercise, and the truth of the matter is that nobody's looking at you when they're exercising as well, or nobody's looking at you. And if somebody says something, they're an asshole. You could brush it off your shoulders because you're a pimp, and you could be an exercise pimp. What can I say? Yeah, I mean, like, most people that are gonna notice you are gonna be like, "Way to go, you're exercising." That's basically what they're gonna think, really. Like, oh crap, they're exercising and I'm not exercising right now. Something like that. That's the way I rationalize it. And like, I used to wear really baggy clothes to exercise in, and that sort of helped me. And now that I've lost a lot more weight, I wear more nice exercise clothes so that I feel better about myself. Like, if I'm wearing a pair of exercise pants that make my butt look nice, then clearly I'm gonna have a better workout. I don't know what it is about that, but it works. Anyway, as for how I got my exercise rolling, as you could see in my first few videos, I was clearly on Weight Watchers. I eventually got off of Weight Watchers, but I still kind of use some of their principles in my everyday life. As far as like portion control. Yeah, I mean, whatevs. Weight Watchers was pretty cool in the beginning, but as I started to exercise more, I realized that there weren't any role models in Weight Watchers that I could look up to or turn to for answers to my questions, because a lot of people in Weight Watchers, not to stereotype, do not exercise whatsoever. And if they do, it's like a little bit of yoga, a little bit of walking, and that's pretty much it. And like that walking with the hand weights type crap. Not to rain on your parade, but like, I don't know. I don't really consider that exercise. But that's me. Anyway, that's for that question.